Balikan po natin ang special coverage ng press briefing sa Palasyo ng Malacañang.
Good morning, MPC. Let's now have Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo.
Good morning, Joseph.
Sir, okay, game. Yesterday, sir, si Presidente na nagpa-ambush, and then he mentioned he wants some kind of accountability for the parents. Parang the reason why he wants it lowered and he's okay with 12, para daw ma-realize ng mga parents that they have some responsibility over the children, right?
Yeah.
And then he mentioned yung term na kulong. But under our laws, wala namang ganun, sir, na transfer of accountability from, say, minor to parents, yes? Wala pang ganung
Wala
mechanism.
pa.
So,
Pero kung under the present law, present proposed law, meron. Wala pa rin. Eh baka gusto nila, baka nga Congress can introduce provisions to that.
na,
In case of children committing crimes, parents proved to be neglectful, then should also be accountable.
sir, under mga legal theory, pwede ba yun, sir?
Bakit naman hindi? Although crime is supposed to be personal, pero
Correct.
but even in crimes, hindi ba merong reckless imprudence? It's also a crime. Pwedeng pumasok sila doon.
So you think the president is contemplating maybe also punishment, or for the...
But I think there should be some kind of punishment to the parents also if they are neglectful, either deliberately or recklessly. Supposed to be that the parents are the trainer of children, the molder of children to become righteous individuals and good citizens.
So kapon po nag-usap kayo, we saw it sa
Yes.
stage. And what did you talk about?
Yeah, we talk about, I said the House has lowered the age of minors in regard to the responsibility. He said, well, okay lang, sabi niya. Basta, okay siya sa kanya yung 12.
Sir, yun pong pino-contemplate natin na punishment for the parents, no? Under Article 80 of the Revised Penal Code, meron po doon na i-monitor yung, ibibigay yung minors either sa bata, sa institution, in this case yung mga bahay pag-asa, or sa mga parents din. And then the parents will be supervised by the DSWD. Meaning there's a little sharing of burden, so to speak, no? For,
You know, that alone, that provision is already a punishment to the parents, because when you deprive the parents of parental custody, it's a kind of punishment. Can you imagine your own children, you cannot rear them? Sakit yun. Lalo pa kung mahal na mahal mo.
so last one. So we're contemplating a form of punishment other than what is in Article 80.
We are not contemplating. The president is expressing an idea. And it's again on the part of Congress to realize that's an idea. If they're open to that, then they can do something about it.
All right, sir. That's it for me now. Thank you.
May follow up? Ina, follow up, or Christine?
Christy?
Yeah. Sir, do you think objections to the proposed bill will go down or will die down because the president said he's comfortable with lowering the age of criminal responsibility to 12 years old?
I think the opposition is based on the incarceration of children. Doon naman ang, but under the proposed bill, wala naman eh. And even in fact, ang hindi yata alam ng marami, that this, yung 9 years old, dati ng batas yan eh. For decades yun ang ating batas, wala naman nagre-reklamo doon, ever since. nung 2000, basta 2003, 2006, nung inamend, naging 15. But actually, 9 dati na yan eh. But even during the previous law, under the previous law, wala rin namang incarceration. It's rehabilitation.
So it's not really the age, sir.
Well, I think the imprisonment. I agree. No, I am agreeable there. You cannot be putting to jail these minors. You have to correct them, rehabilitate them.
May follow-up?
Kasi they become more hardened. Pag kinulong mo yun, lalo na mapasama sa mga hardened criminals.
Yeah, please.
Hi, sir. Si Senator Bam Aquino ay sinabi niya na hindi siya pabor dito sa lowering of the age of criminal responsibility. But then, sabi niya dito, kasi may problema daw ho tayo sa Bahay Pag-asa dito sa baba because the lacking of facilities na hindi daw makakatulong para ma-rehabilitate, magbagong buhay because of the lack of facilities sa loob.
Kung yun lang ang problema, di dagdagan natin ng pondo. Napakaliit naman ang problema yan. It's a matter of funding, then let's put some funds or more funds.
Okay, follow-up. Other issue? May follow-up. O sige, Joseph.
So clarification, when you say matagal nang nasa law yung 9 years old, you're referring to the RPC, no? Okay, sir. Ayun lang. Thank you.
Other issue, follow-up. Alvin, other issue na.
Good morning, Secretary.
Morning.
Sir, ongoing ngayon yung Senate hearing sa third telco player. In line with this, sir, may rift ba between...
May?
May rift.
Rift?
Yeah, between Presidential Advisor Ramon Jacinto and OIC Secretary Eliseo Rio. Kasi apparently, sir, based on reports, Secretary Rio favors opening up the construction of tower companies to 6 independent parties. Samantalang si RJ Jacinto, gusto niya malimit lang sa 2.
Baka may disagreement lang sila sa method.
Pero
We should ask the parties involved. I do not know of any rift between the two.
Pero doon sa decision, sir, sino ba dapat mag-decide? Si Rio or si RJ Jacinto?
Mag-decide on what?
Doon sa independent putting up of tower companies.
I think if there is any difference between the two, they should resolve it between and among themselves. Now, if they can still agree, they can always ask the president to decide.
Okay. So hindi mo na mamamagitan ng palasyo, sir?
Sa ngayon, hindi.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Follow-up, other issue? Tuesday, Chona.
Sir, good morning.
Morning.
Mr. Iqbal is asking lawmakers to
Is who?
Iqbal, sir.
Iqbal.
No? Oo. To include the intended budget for the Bangsamoro region in the 2019 budget, even though the ratification of BOL is not yet done pa. So will the palace lobby for it for the lawmakers na i-include na sa budget yung for the Bangsamoro transition?
What I know, meron ng budget dyan eh. Doon sa proposed budget. Parang narinig ko si Secretary Joke na meron. In fact, kahit nga nung hindi pa na-propose, sinasabi niya, may budget tayo dyan sa plebiscite.
Tuesday. O may follow-up, Ina? Wala nang follow-up sa Bangsamoro? O Tuesday nyo?
Sir, I understand nasa palasyo na raw po yung rice tarification bill at pirma na lang ni Presidente ang hinihintay. What's taking it so long, sir, para mapirmahan?
Hindi natin alam kasi ang sabi sa akin ni ES nasa OP na. So, hintayin na lang natin siguro. Maraming trabaho ang presidente.
But isa yata yun sa alam ko, sir, na priority ni Presidente, mapababa ang presyo ng
yes.
bigas.
It will come.
Yes. But when, sir?
Oh, then let's ask the president.
Okay, another matter,
It's
sir.
on his table, so.
Justice Secretary Minardo Guevara said that yung opinion ng DOJ on the yung panukala na ibaba na yung criminal responsibility ng mga bata. Nagpasa na raw po sila sa palasyo. Have you read it, sir?
Nagano?
Nagpasa na sila
No, I
ng
haven't
kanilang
read it.
kopya
I
sa
haven't read it.
palas.
I haven't read it. I don't have a copy.
Okay, thank you.
Joyce Balanzo. Microphone.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, sa latest update ng Philippine Statistics Authority, nasa 6.2% lang ang GDP growth for the entire 2018. That's missing the government's target of 6.5 to 6.9. What do you think of this, sir?
But from what I just read, 6.2 ang growth. In fact, we're happy nga ang
For the
economic
fourth
managers
quarter,
natin.
sir, there was an increase in the fourth quarter. Pero overall, sir, for the entire year, 6.2. Ang target ng government is 6.5 to 6.9. So we missed our target for 2018.
That was because of the inflation. Yung inflation rate ang naging problema. Yun ang sinasabi din ng economic managers.
It's not a concern, sir, na hindi natin nakuha yung target.
Well, syempre, you always have a concern when you don't reach a certain target. But you work harder so that you can reach it the next time.
Yung nakuha natin, sir, na 6.2, do you consider it as mataas or mababa compared to the previous?
Palagi ko okay yun. Definitely okay na yun considering the circumstances surrounding the economy.
What could be improved, sir, para ma-hit natin yung target natin next time?
We will have to ask the economic managers. That's their turf.
May follow-up, Bernadette?
Hi, Spooks.
Bernadette.
Tanong ko lang po kung at least disappointed po yung Palace na na-miss natin yung growth target for the year po, sir, for 2018.
As I said earlier, pag may target ka at hindi mo nakuha, syempre medyo disappointed ka. But it doesn't mean ano ka na. You feel that you're such a failure. You work harder but you can reach your target.
Okay, sir. Kasi yung nakuha po natin for 2018, it's the slowest in 3 years, sir. So, ano po bang...
Kasi tingin ko kung walang inflation rate na nagka-problema, mas mataas pa tayo sa target.
So, sir, confident po tayo next year na may hit na natin yung 7 to 8%
The
target
economic
po
managers
natin.
are very confident na we're in the right track.
Bakit, sir? Ano po yung basis ng confidence natin, sir, for next year? Considering na ganito nga po yung turnout po this 2018, sir.
Aba, maraming, hindi ba sinasabi nila na marami na tayong ginawa para ma-neutralize natin yung mga adverse economic conditions. And they're working now.
So sa tingin niyo, sir, the best is yet to come pa rin, sir, sa economy natin despite this
As you put
slower
it,
performance.
the best is yet to come.
Thank you, sir.
MPC questions?
Yes. Hi, sir. Paul. Sir, reaction lang po kasi kanina nag-attend po kami ng accomplishment report ng Bureau of Customs at nakapagtala po sila ng 592.8 billion na collection last 2018. Ang target po nila is 584.8 billion.
582 ang nakuha?
592.8 ang nakuha. Ang target is 584.8.
So more.
More.
Oh, that's very pleasing to hear. Congratulations, Commissioner Billy Dulay.
Thank you, sir.
MPC questions? Joyce?
Sir, si former President Benigno Aquino III expressed concern over Chinese workers, dumadami na daw sila dito sa Philippines and they're taking jobs that should be for Filipinos. What do you think of that?
Ito naman si dating presidente. Nung panahon mo Hindi na ako magsasalita. Ikaw talaga,
Don't you
Presidente.
believe, sir, na...
Well, siguro, sabihin na lang natin na if he's concerned, we will also be concerned. If his basis is correct.
But are you...
What was his basis? Was it a statistics made by him or his group?
Sa
Where did he
construction,
get the information?
sa construction industry daw, sir, instead of yung mga slots for Filipinos, mga Chinese workers pa daw ang nabibigyan ng trabaho.
Let me tell you something. The other day, we were talking with the president. In fact, that was, I think, the first night of the wake of the late Henry C. Sr. And the family, especially Big Boy C, was, I think, mentioning something about their construction is delayed because we lack carpenters, welders, in other words, construction workers. And the president agreed. That's why he said, kaya sinabihan niya raw si TESDA na napaka-importante yung departamento mo kasi yan ang problema natin ngayon. We lack so many construction workers. Siguro that is why maraming Chinese na kinukuha dahil walang mga Pilipino. Maraming Pilipino walang trabaho and yet they lack the skill. So we need to teach them. And
So-
most likely, baka yung magandang project ng department ng TESDA.
So you agree, sir, na many Chinese workers are taking the jobs that should be for Filipinos?
Not that I agree. That is probably the reality now. That is why maraming Chinese workers. Kasi hindi ko alam yung facts na yon until the other night. Although my personal experience is, I've been looking for a carpenter for 6 months. Nakakuha lang ako after 6 months. No, from here. In other words, talagang wala. Pati welder, naghahanap din ako para doon sa aking gate. Wala rin ako makuha. Sabi ko, whatever happened to them? Kasi yung mga workers nga daw natin, nagpunta na sa abroad. So walang natira. Puro nasa abroad eh. Kaya may problema talaga tayo.
Another thing, sir, sinabi ni Pinoy, he quoted, yung strategic comprehensive cooperation between Philippines and China, it's disadvantageous to the country kasi it seems that the president is shelving the arbitral ruling to favor loans and investments from China.
No. It's not naman shelving the arbitral ruling. Sinasabi niya lang na it's impractical for now. Since una-una, we cannot enforce it. Nobody wants to enforce it. So rather than awayin natin, if China can help us on trade relations and other aspects, o hindi magtulungan muna tayo. But there will come a time na, sabi ni Presidente, during my term,
Okay.
ilalabas ko yun. In fact, he told that to the President of China when we went there.
Raymond?
Sir, dun sa GDP. Sir, ang sabi ng PSA, it's only 0.8 yung contribution ng sektor ng agrikultura sa GDP. Sa tingin nyo, parang, ano ang problema? Parang, hindi ba parang panahon na para medyo linisin yung Department of Agriculture at mapapalitan na yung mga pinuno doon? Kasi parang walang masyadong relevant or malaki-laki man lang na iambag ng sektor ng agrikultura samantalang we are an agricultural country.
Hindi naman siguro. According to Secretary Pinil, merong mga problema din sa sector niya na ginagawa niya ng paraan. So pagbayaan muna siguro natin. Sometimes you cannot do miracle
Sir,
work overnight.
example lang kasi sir yung nangyari, di ba, yung parang nagtapon na lang ng mga carrots and even dito sa Candaba yung mga melon, tinapon na lang nila because of the oversupply at bagsak na presyo, parang walang ginawang intervention ng DA na pwede naman nilang they themselves could pick up yung mga overproduce at ibaba dito sa Metro Manila and other cities para win-win solution sa farmers at sa mga consumers. Walang ginawa si Secretary Piñol yata doon.
I don't know about that. I will have to ask Secretary Piñol, in fairness to him.
Please sir, kasi parang kaya nga evidently truck yung nasira ng mga cars, itinapon na lang ng mga farmers doon dahil walang nangyaring parang assistance para maibaba na lang dito sa baba.
Or better still, I'll invite him on Monday.
Thank you sir, please.
Okay, RJ.
Hi, sir. Is it your first time to hear about the presence of Chinese workers in the country?
No, binention nyo na yan, several news briefings, di ba?
You didn't validate it with the Bureau of Immigration?
No, I did.
You were not surprised?
I'm not surprised because when I learned na walang maraming workers dito at marami ng Chinese, I felt na kaya pala dami na biglang mga Chinese dito.
And that's not alarming on your part?
That there are many
That they are
Chinese.
here?
If they came here through lawful means, then I'm not alarmed.
Mm-hmm.
I will be alarmed if they're here because they violated the law.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
MPC, Maricel Harili.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Sir,
Morning.
follow-up lang dun sa mga Chinese workers. So, considering that you yourself said na medyo kinukulang tayo ng skilled workers, do you see failure on the part of TESDA? Bakit tayo medyo nagkakaroon ng shortage on skilled workers?
Not really naman. Kung halimbawa, suddenly we have 300,000 construction workers, bigla nagpuntahan lahat sa abroad. Ano naman kasalanan ng TESDA doon? TESDA has to do something about it pag na-realize nila na may problema na tayo doon. And then, it has to do something, training people who have no jobs, no employment, para magkaroon, to fill up the vacuum. That is precisely why the President said, your department is very important. Huh? And I don't know, instruction na siya. Do something about it.
So, where do you see the problem, sir? Where does the problem lie?
Well, I think the problem is, first, wala nga tayong mga construction workers na ngayon dahil nagpuntahan na sa abroad. Pangalawa, yung mga technical skills nitong mga umalis, hindi na ilipat sa mga anak nila, sa mga pamangkin nila, o sa mga kapitbahay nila. So, TESDA comes in. I think we should establish more technical schools all over the land.
MPC, may tanong pa? No more? Joseph.
Sir, sa third telco, no? There's a hearing now at the Senate. And it appears that yung Miss Letel po, yung franchise, according to Senator Dillon, is revoked because it failed to operate in the first year that it had its franchise. Sir, comment first.
What I know about that is they had an explanation for that. The lawyer of that company issued a press statement. I don't remember now. But they are disputing that claim.
Pero tama ba yun, sir, position na if you're granted, from a theoretical point of view, if you're granted a franchise and you're not able to operate, your franchise is considered revoked from a legal standpoint?
If there is a provision that says that within so much time that you haven't, and then it's considered revoked.
In the franchise grant, you mean?
Kasi for all you know, the franchise holder may have transferred the operation sa ibang company, and they're the ones using it. So technically, gumagalaw pa rin. The franchise is being used.
Kung halimbawa ang revoke, will this jeopardize yung efforts ng government to have a third telco player?
Kung walang franchise, kung walang franchise, how can they operate?
Yeah, so paano nga, sir?
O hindi will look for another company that has a franchise. Hindi ba ang dami naman nagbid? So I suppose we can always go, or these losing bidders can come in the event of a default of the winning bidder.
Regardless, sir, if this is Dennis Uy.
Come again?
Regardless, sir, if the franchise holder is Dennis Uy.
Or regardless of whoever is the owner, it doesn't matter who.
I mean, ibig
Basta
sabihin, sir,
qualified.
ibig sabihin, sir, yung third telco is with Dennis Uy, right? And if they don't have a franchise, you're okay with finding another one?
Oh, definitely, because involved ang bansa naman natin. But as I said, from what I gather from the lawyer of Dennis Uy, it's not true. They disputed that, and they have documents to show that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, may last question. RJ?
Sir, does the President consider MNLF leader Nur Mizwari a threat to the success of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region? Does he?
Not really a threat. He considers Nur Mizwari as someone with his group can help in the end of the conflict in Mindanao. You must remember that Nur Mizwari is, until now, perceived to be the leader of the Muslims.
Sulu people voted no to the BOL, so how do you take that?
Well, as we said earlier, the president will respect the sovereign will of a particular electorate. But winning doesn't mean that they will go against the law.
But it's possible.
No, you know why? I talked with Sakurtan, and he said he's not really against Bangsa moral organic law. They want, just like Nur Mizwari, they want federalism better. O ibig sabihin, if federalism is better, ibig sabihin Bangsa organic law is good. Kaya lang may better. So from that point, or from that argument, hindi sila, pwede sila, they can play along.
The President is planning to talk with Mr. Mizwari, so what issues does he plan
He wants
to...
what?
He wants to talk with Mr. Mizwari, right?
Yes.
On this matter. So what issues will he take up with him?
Because Nur Mizwari has mentioned, or has certain ideas. I also talked to him, and he said there are many ideas that I can contribute for the peace, prosperity, and progress of Mindanao. That's why I like to talk with the president. And I relate that to the president. And so the president is wanting or open to talking to him with respect to whatever suggestions he has in mind.
But apparently he wants federalism, so how else the president can...
Well, you can always persuade people. Depende yan eh. If your idea is good enough, people will always be open to good ideas. Eh, kung hindi po pwede yan, di iba naman. Just like the president. The president makes or introduces one idea or one method. If it doesn't work, he goes to another mode. He's a creative president.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, last questions. Joyce? Last question na tayo kay Joyce? Or meron pa? Sige, Christine. Joyce muna.
Sir, the Senate has added provisions to the version of the 2019 budget, blocking the needed budget for the China CCTV project, raising national security concerns. How important po ba itong CCTV project with China?
What's CCTV?
Safe Philippines project. It's a 20 billion project to install security cameras in public places in Metro Manila and Davao City. So sabi ni Senate President Pro Tempore Recto, may security risk ito, ganitong project. That's why they added...
Bakit daw may security risk?
China.
Well, ano naman kung China?
National security concerns or surveillance, public surveillance.
Lahat naman yan eh. Well, siguro we understand the apprehensions of some senators. But necessarily this government will not allow any security leaks. Hindi naman tayo papayag doon.
So wala tayong gagawin, sir, to ensure na matutuloy pa rin yung project despite the provision blocking the needed fund for the project?
No funds for the project? I thought you said it's in the budget.
Sir, they added a provision in the budget to block the funds needed for the project. So they're blocking the project.
Well, if the president will exercise his power of veto, that can be vetoed. And then
Will he veto,
maybe,
sir?
well, I don't know about that, but what I'm saying is he has that option.
Sir, how important is the project ba for the president to decide to veto that particular line?
I will ask him on that. I have to be certain on that particular
Pero sir,
project.
yung ganong project, how important is it for the Duterte administration?
Anything that will contribute to the progress of this country, siyempre it's an important project.
Okay. Thank you, Joyce. Mag-last question na tayo. Sige. Christine?
But sir, do we have to review the project, sir?
Kanino bang project yun, the first place? Who proposed it?
DILG, sir.
DILG?
And then Rector is saying that NEDA is not providing them documents.
Who's not providing?
NEDA, sir.
The what? Who?
NEDA is not
NEDA?
providing them the documents because they asked for it in the Senate hearing.
O sige, I will ask NEDA on that and the ALG. But I will have more intelligent discussion on this.
Okay. No more questions? My last question, Joseph.
Dun sa children ulit tayo, sir, ha?
Yung alin?
Yung sa children under, yung mga delinquent children. You'd prefer that there is a, provision in the bill that's been discussed now, or another law that will have, that will specify responsibility or accountability on the parents' part?
Siguro in the present proposed bill, dapat
Provision.
nandito na yan. Nandiyan na ngayon yan.
Okay. So
But we'll leave it to the wisdom of the lawmakers.
pero sir, as an idea, the president is...
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm inclined to have that in the proposed law.
The president also, no?
Since that is his idea, I'm sure he would want it that way.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no more questions? Okay, maraming salamat, MPC. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson
Thank you.
Salvador Panelo. Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.